time, in a quiet little village near the forest, there lived a sweet girl named Little Red Riding Hood. She was called that because she always wore a bright red hooded cape that her grandmother had made just for her. One sunny morning, Little Red Riding Hood's mother called her.
"Grandma is feeling a bit sick today,"
she said kindly.
"Will you take this basket of goodies to her house in the woods?"
"Of course, Mama," said Little Red Riding Hood with a big smile.
"But remember,"
her mother warned,
"stay on the path. Don't talk to strangers."
With her basket in hand and her red hood on her head, she skipped happily along the forest path. She saw birds singing in the trees and butterflies dancing in the air. "Oh, what a lovely day," she said. But someone was watching her. It was the big bad wolf. He crept out from behind a tree and said,
"Good morning, little girl. Where are you going?"
"I'm going to visit my grandma. She's not feeling well," she said, forgetting her mother's warning. The clever wolf smiled slyly.
"What a sweet girl. Why don't you pick some flowers for your grandmother?"
Red Riding Hood thought it was a great idea. While she picked flowers, the wolf took a shortcut through the woods, straight to Grandma's house. When the wolf got to the house, he knocked on the door.
"Who's there?"
asked Grandma.
"It's me, Little Red Riding Hood,"
said the wolf in a squeaky voice.
"Oh, come in, dear,"
said Grandma. The wolf jumped in and, gulp, he swallowed Grandma whole. Then he put on her nightcap, glasses, and tucked himself in bed, waiting for Red. Soon, Little Red Riding Hood arrived. She stepped inside. "Grandma," she said softly, "you sound strange,"
"Come closer, my dear,"
said the wolf in a deep voice. Red stepped closer and gasped. "Grandma, what big eyes you have,"
"All the better to see you with, my dear,"
said the wolf. "And what big ears you have,"
"All the better to hear you with."
said the wolf. "And what big teeth you have,"
"All the better to eat you with."
growled the wolf, and he jumped out of bed. Just then, a brave woodcutter who was walking by heard the noise. He ran inside with his axe and saw the wolf chasing Red. He shouted,
"Stop right there, you naughty wolf."
The woodcutter scared the wolf away and quickly opened his belly. Out popped Grandma, safe and sound.
"Oh my,
Said Grandma.
that was quite the nap."
Everyone hugged tightly. Red Riding Hood promised, "Next time, I won't talk to strangers." And from that day on, she always stayed on the path. The end. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a kind man and his wife. They had everything they needed, except one thing, a baby. Every day, they looked out at the garden next door, full of green plants and colorful flowers. But guess what? That garden belonged to a witch. She was known for her magical potions. She lived alone and used her spells to turn forest herbs into sparkling gold. People whispered that she could grow diamonds from dandelions. But over time, her heart grew cold and lonely. She built a huge wall around her garden and kept her magic all to herself, afraid the world would steal it. One day, the wife saw a beautiful green plant called Rapunzel growing in the witch's garden.
Oh, I wish I could taste that.
Her husband, wanting to make her happy, quietly climbed the garden wall to pick some. But oh, the witch caught him.
How dare you steal from my garden?
The witch cried.
I'm sorry.
The man begged.
It's for my wife. She's going to have a baby.
The witch's eyes narrowed.
Fine,
She said.
but when the baby is born, you must give her to me.
The man had no choice. He agreed. Soon, a beautiful baby girl was born. The witch came and took her away. She named the baby Rapunzel, after the plant her mother had wanted. The witch raised Rapunzel in a hidden tower deep in the forest. Little Rapunzel even thought the witch was her mother. The tower had no doors at all, only one high window. Rapunzel spent her days high in the tower, with nothing but the birds and clouds to keep her company. She would sit by the window for hours, brushing her long, golden hair and dreaming of the world beyond the trees. "What's it like out there?" she'd whisper. But every time she asked, the witch would scowl and say, "Outside is full of dangers. Wild beasts, thieves, people who want to take your magic." To keep Rapunzel busy, the witch gave her bundles of herbs and taught her to weave strands of her golden hair into shimmering thread. When mixed with the right potions, those threads could turn into tiny flakes of gold, magic gold. Though Rapunzel felt special, her heart still longed for something more: freedom, friendship, and the truth. As Rapunzel grew up, her golden hair grew longer and longer, so long that it reached the ground. Every day, the witch would come and shout.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Rapunzel would lower her hair, and the witch would climb up like a rope. One day, a young prince was riding through the forest. He heard Rapunzel singing from the tower window.
Who's singing up there?
He wondered. He hid behind the trees and saw the witch call.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
To his surprise, golden hair dropped from the tower and the witch climbed up.
I must come back tomorrow.
The prince whispered. The next night, the prince stood at the base of the tower and said,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
To his delight, the golden hair came down. He climbed up and met Rapunzel. At first, Rapunzel was surprised. But the prince was kind and gentle. They talked and laughed, and soon, they became very good friends. The prince visited her secretly every day. But one day, the witch found out. She was furious.
You'll never see that prince again.
She shouted. With a wave of her hand, she cut off Rapunzel's long hair and sent her far away to a lonely place. When the prince came the next day and called,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
the witch dropped the cut hair from the window. When the prince climbed up, he found the witch instead. The witch cast a spell, and the prince tumbled down from the tower into the forest. He was safe, but he couldn't see. He was blinded by the fall. He wandered through the forest, calling out,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel.
Far away, Rapunzel heard a familiar voice. "Prince?" she cried. She ran to him with tears of joy. Her tears fell onto his eyes, and something magical happened. He could see again. The prince took Rapunzel back to his castle. They were safe, happy, and never had to see the wicked witch again. The news spread all over the town. When Rapunzel's parents heard about Rapunzel, they went out to look for her at the castle. They saw their daughter with the prince and introduced themselves. They told her everything and explained why she ended up living with the witch. They were sorry and asked for her forgiveness. Rapunzel was so happy to see her parents and forgave them. They were glad to see their daughter once again, all grown up and beautiful. They lived happily ever after, with songs, sunshine, and lots of love. The end.
Once upon a time in a beautiful village there lived a humble mother and her son, Jack. Jack and his mom were very poor. They had no money and only one cow. One day, there was no more food in the house. Jack's mom said,
Jack, take our cow to the market. Sell her for money so we can eat.
Jack said, Yes, Mama, and walked the cow down the road. On the way, Jack met a funny-looking man. The man smiled and asked,
Going somewhere, young man?
Yes. My mother sent me to the market to sell our cow. She no longer gives us milk.
You know, my boy, the market is very far, and I'm afraid you won't get that much for that cow. You know what? I will trade you these magic beans for your cow instead.
Magic beans?
Yes, plant them and you'll see something amazing,
said the man. Jack thought it sounded fun, so he gave the man the cow and took the beans. When Jack got home, he showed the beans to his mom, but Mama wasn't happy.
Oh, Jack, we needed food, not silly beans.
She threw the beans out the window and sent Jack to bed. But that night, something magical happened. By morning, a huge beanstalk had grown right outside their window. It went all the way up into the sky. Jack was curious. He wondered how this could have happened. He began to climb. Up, up, up he went. At the top, he found a big house. A kind giant lady opened the door.
Hello, anyone there?
Down here, Jack replied.
Oh, hello there. Come in, little boy. I haven't had visitors for a long while. You look hungry.
I haven't had any breakfast, Jack nodded and replied.
But you must hurry before my husband finds you here, or you'll be his breakfast.
She gave him some bread and milk. Suddenly, the house shook. Oh, no! Hide in the cupboard! My husband is home! The giant lady said. Jack hid quickly and kept quiet. A huge giant walked in and said,
Fee-fi-fo-fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Don't be silly, said his wife. Sit down and eat. So the giant ate a big meal. Then he said,
Bring me my hen that lays golden eggs.
The lady brought out a small hen. And the hen laid a shiny gold egg. When the giant fell asleep, the hen turned to Jack and whispered, Please take me with you. I want to go. Jack picked up the hen and ran. Down the beanstalk he went, fast, fast, fast. At the bottom, Jack showed his mom the talking hen. I lay golden eggs, said the hen. Jack's mom was amazed and very happy. The next day, Jack heard sweet music from high in the sky. It was coming from the beanstalk. Jack was curious again, so he climbed up once more. At the top, he knocked on the giant lady's door. She opened it, but didn't smile this time.
Last time you came, my hen went missing.
Jack looked sorry. I just want to hear the music, he said. The giant lady sighed and let him in. Boom! 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 The giant came home again. Oh no! Hide in the cupboard. My husband is home, the giant lady said. Jack hid quickly and kept quiet.
Fee-fi-fo-fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Eat your food, said his wife. After eating, the giant said,
Bring me my golden harp.
The lady brought a shiny harp. It began to sing sweet, soft music. Jack listened, eyes wide. When the giant fell asleep, the harp spoke. Please, Jack, take me with you. I want to be freed. Help me. Jack couldn't say no to the poor harp. He picked him up and ran.
Stop, thief!
He roared and chased after Jack. Jack climbed down the beanstalk as fast as he could. Mom, quick! Bring me an axe! Jack's mom ran out with an axe. Jack chopped and chopped. Crash! The beanstalk fell, and so the giant stopped chasing after them. He was never heard from or seen anymore. You saved me, Jack. How will I ever repay you? Asked the harp. You can come and live with us, and I won't ever force you to sing or play songs if you don't want to. Jack, his mom, the golden hen, and the singing harp were safe. They were never poor or hungry again, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.